Well. What do we have here? Hey guys, this is Black Star. I just got my PO-133, 133, I'm sorry, from those fine folks at Teenage Engineering across the pond in Sweden. So I've been super excited about this one. It was kind of funny. I was actually thinking a week ago or a couple weeks ago before this was announced, you know, I've been doing a lot with pocket operators lately. I see a lot of videos online about folks with their PO-133 KOs and just the cool stuff they're doing at that. I'm like, maybe I just need to bite the bullet and add the KO to my pocket operator arsenal. And then the next morning I woke up, started work, checking some emails while I was waiting for my coffee, and what do you know, Teenage Engineering announced the PO-133, which pretty much sealed the deal for me there. Street Fighter 2 was really the first experience I had with an arcade game. That just blew my mind. So this was kind of a no-brainer. So I'm gonna open it up. I already got it set up because no one wants to see me open it up and get batteries and all that fun stuff. So pretty standard. There are instructions that came with it. Pretty standard interior of the pocket operator boxes. I have this down here. Really excited for this 128 coming out at the beginning of next month, so look for that. I do plan on ordering that because Mega Man 2, apparently I'm a sucker for a sequel. Mega Man 2 was a huge time sink in the NES era for me. I remember many like sleepovers and late nights eating Cheetos Paws, drinking Mountain Dew, and trying to destroy Dr. Wily. So that's coming too. A little plug for that here. Here is the device itself. Standard 2 AAAs. They don't match. I know. And then your sort of quick guide. You got your solder points for external speaker. You know, I should do that one of these days. Actually wire one of these up with the... Anyway, neither here nor there. This right here, you'll find unique to some of the Metal series, where you can, on the front, there's this lock tab. If you snap this off, all of your presets in here are going to lock in. It's basically like snapping the tab on an old VHS or blank cassette tape. So if you're afraid, you know, you're going on tour, or you're performing a lot, or you're working on maybe an album or a project, and it is absolutely crucial that nothing gets erased, you can snap this tab off, and that will lock all those presets and patches, whatever you've done, in there. I'm always afraid it's going to accidentally snap off, but if it does, actually, these two solder points, I'm told, if you run a bead of solder to connect them, that will allow you to then go ahead and overwrite and do all the things you can normally do as if this tab was. So if you do accidentally snap this off, do not fret. There is a backup. I'm thinking it's not something you're going to want to use frequently, as cleaning solder off and putting it back on and so forth is, that just sounds like a pain in the ass to me. So, okay, let's get into it. Out of the box, let me plug it in, see if we can get a little better audio here. It's not giving me a lot more volume, but there. I have just a little, that's what's great about the pocket operators. You can just take any little speaker. This is an Otis and Eleanor. Just something I got off Amazon a while ago because I needed a speaker for God knows what. I just thought it looked cool. It's got a nice bamboo exterior. It has that sort of vintage speaker covering. It's Bluetooth. It charges pretty fast. It has a good battery life. Plus, it has an auxiliary in. So anyway, let's see. So this is as with all pocket operators, at least that I've used, you hold down your sound key, and that will select your preset bank. So out of the box, mine at least came already with preset 16 selected, which, oh, that's nice. So it looks like both the melodic and the drum. Oh, that is a drum, actually. Duh. Anyway, sorry, I've never used a KO, so bear with me. But this is going to be all your sound clips from Ryu or Ryu, however you wish to pronounce it. And Chun-Li. Okay, let's go to pattern 1. Oh, that has a nice. I like that pluck, that hard. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, I'm digging that a lot. I really feeling that. Let's. And then we got a little more. Let's see. Okay, so the right knob is volume. That's cool. Oh, we got pitch shift. Nice. Okay. So this is the melodic. So we're controlling our pitch shifting and our volume with the A and the B of our samples. Oh, that's kind of another nice little plucky. Kind of a bend there. I wonder if you can record that. Okay. Where are we? 3, 4. All right, just a little more of like a flute. So I think I remember now that. Yeah. So. These first 4 on the melodic will have sounds from like the Street Fighter centric sounds programmed in. The last 4 banks are intentionally left empty, which I think that's cool because I was a little worried that I wouldn't want to record anything into this because I would essentially be override. I'd have to pick one of the Street Fighter sounds to overwrite. So that's pretty cool that they left sort of this bank open so you can add your own stuff to then incorporate with the Street Fighter sounds. Let's check out. So it's the top bank for melodic, the bottom bank for drum. You can see this because they're lit up, denoting, so the flashing one is telling me what bank I'm in. The ones that are solid are saying, hey, these are banks that actually have data in them. Anything blank does not have data. Let's check out 9. Okay, so we have kind of Okay, yeah, nice, nice. Oh, that's a nice splash. I dig that. Okay. Nice little drum kit in here. I gotta, that's impressive.
Yep.
Okay, looks like we got some more
China.
sound.
USA.
Oh, that's great.
Brazil. Fight.
Brazil.
You
Fight.
Win.
You win.
Lose.
That is, I'm sorry, I'm geeking a little bit here. I apologize for that.
Fight.
So,
You win. Lose. Win. Lose. Win. Lose. Win.
okay.
You lose. You win.
Nah, we win. We all win with
win.
this. So these last four are empty. Apparently, I'm gonna have to get more into how to fill those. Again, I have no experience like this. This literally came to the door 5 minutes before I'm shooting this video. So, let's move on to 11. Looks like we got some more. So we got some kind of percussive, punching, kicking, smashing, beating sounds. Again, the bottom four banks don't appear to have anything in them, which again, let's see. And then 16 we already went over. 16's banks are full, and I believe, yeah, 13's banks are full. Okay, let's go into patterns. Let's mess around with some effects. I want to see kind of what's going on with. So pressing, for those who don't know, pattern plus any one of these numbers is going to load up this 16-step sequence. Associated with that pattern, I think we're still, if you want to erase a pattern, it should be clear, hold, record. Okay, so yeah, it's the same as the other pocket operators. So if what's kind of cool with Teenage Engineering, with all the pocket operators, at least that I bought, is all 16 banks are filled with little sequences they've come up with, which is neat because it gives, especially when you first get one and you're like, I have no clue how to get any sound worth listening to out of this. Actually hearing kind of the potential of it will, I guess, inspire you or get you thinking about what can be accomplished with it. So I appreciate that. So holding pattern and any of these buttons will switch to that specific 16-step sequence. The flashing one tells you what sequence you're on. As with all pocket operators, if you want to clear that bank or that sequence, whatever you want to call it, you would hold record and then press the pattern button. It's always the top button. This top button changes from pocket operator to operator depending on what the function of the pocket operator is. But everyone I have, this top button, no matter what it is, plus the pattern button will clear the pattern. So play will play the pattern. Let's drop down. Okay. Switching pattern. You hold pattern and then select another one. And once the pattern finishes, it will automatically switch to that pattern. So we're just going to go through. So 1 and 2 are pretty similar, 2 and 4 are pretty similar. With the pocket operators, if you have a pattern in 1, and you want basically the same melody, but you want to change a few things, you can go into the pattern you want to copy, and then hold right pattern, and then the pattern you want to copy it to, and it will copy that from 1 to 2. So if I wanted to copy 1 to 2, I would go pattern 1, I would go right pattern 2, and it would copy 1 to 2. So these would be identical. Then I could go into pattern 2 and just make the adjustments with either the effects or the note progression or anything, which is really a cool way to get out of that. I'm sorry, my phone keeps autofocusing. It gets you sort of out of that just 16 steps. You're actually building that song. And then you can actually, we'll switch it to 3. And then I'm going to go to 3, 3, 4, 2. And now it should play the third pattern twice, change to the fourth, and then change the second one. Now it's going to play the third pattern twice. So you can really don't feel like you're limited by each 16-step bank, because you can ostensibly fill every one of these banks with a part of a song, and then with the pattern button dictate what order they play in, and basically, build your whole song. It's something I've done, something I do in some of the other videos that you see in my performance videos. Just really cool feature here. So we'll switch that. So holding pattern, and then just anything after that will overwrite what you just did. So now it's just sticking on pattern 3 because I picked pattern 3. So let's see. So holding effects. So we have a little bit of a stutter on 1. A little bit of a faster but non-linear. And faster still. So you're getting like kind of just a glitchy little stutter. And obviously this is the glitches on the pocket operators like this, or the stutter, whatever you want to call them. They're largely dependent on the note they're associated with. So be mindful of the beat and what note. See if y'all want to grab that higher, that little deep. It's going to grab that first one. Anyway, the first 4 banks are all like stutters. Okay, it's like a low pass filter maybe. Okay, there we're popping it up and got a little slide up an octave. That's cool. Slide down an octave. These two on PO-16 Factory has, I think, like maybe 9 and 13 on the 16 are kind of the same, like slide up, slide down an octave. Okay, just a loop. Slowing her down. Just like a stop, sort of CD skip effect. Reverse. Retrigger. Okay. I just noticed octave down, octave. So it's letting me know, which they don't usually do, so that's pretty cool. Sort of up here, it's giving me, so that's like a unison thing. I don't know. Okay. And so, like other pocket operators, if I hold right plus effects. Okay, maybe not. Interesting. You have to look at that. So on pocket operators such as, I believe, the Tonic and the Factory, not the 20 Arcade, you can record your effects and automations by holding right effects. but this is saying no, and that's still recording. Okay, so that no. Okay, yeah, automation isn't being recorded. I don't know if it just is not a thing in the 33s or not. I'll have to look, and I can change the comments if I find something out. Other than that, so if you go to sound 1 through 16 and write, you should be able to plug in your, I'm sorry, let me turn that off. I'm losing my train of thought. So if I go to pattern 5 and I select a sound, which this should be my kind of plucky strings, and I hit write, I can now plug in these and you can see I'm playing it and I'm recording it. And then if I hold down, so this is just dropping a note in each of these steps along my 16-track sequencer. If I hold down the specific note with record still enabled, I can adjust my pitch, which is effectively adjusting your note in this instance. And then I honestly don't know what that's doing. Oh, that's okay. The volume. That's going to change the volume level. So now I've programmed that pitch and volume into that note. Holding record. Let's clear this pattern. So okay. So if you don't want to plug in, which this is how I like to use it, it's very similar to the factory. And this video is getting long, so I will wrap it up shortly. This is kind of the last thing we'll go over. So we'll clear that again. So you can plug in individual notes along each step, like I was showing you, by plugging that, putting it in edit mode, and then just dumping them wherever you want. Then holding down each one and adjusting the pitch and volume to get the sound you want to go with. However, that way is just, it's not fun, in my opinion. I like to get something going and then play it, because on this one, because each voice or each bank of the voice is just a single sample, it's not 16 different samples, they're just pitch shifted across the 16. So you have, 16 keys here to play with. So if you hit play, well, note that the record symbol is not up here. If I hold it and keep it held, it will, whatever I play, it's going to record straight, which to me is a lot easier, especially if I'm layering over like a drum beat or something. It's less time consuming, it's more fun. If you need to clear, you can hold the record pattern to clear it again and start over. And you can do that as many times and just keep kind of layering it. So you can start with, a little phrase, and then if you want to add some little flourishes in there, you can do that. Really, really cool. The last thing I guess I would go over is just, at the beats per minute. So as all pocket operators, you have hip hop, disco, and techno from slowest to fastest. You can hold down the BPM button and use the B encoder to automatically set your BPM if you don't like those sort of static BPMs, if you're looking for something. Volume on the device is the total output volume or master volume is controlled by holding the BPM and highlighting the number of banks here, just like that. So, all right, well, Hadouken indeed. That is, I think that is about it. So I think it's great. I am super happy with it. I'm really excited to get it in my setup and start going to town on it. So thanks for watching. Please like or subscribe if you like what I'm doing. I really appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a great day. You win.